Everybody, welcome to the Devon Hour. I'm your host, Devon, and today we have a very special guest, somebody who has been on the show for like the past, 4 years?
Yeah, since we first started at
Since
this
we
point.
first started.
Yep.
Macy is here so we could review RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 5. We should have
Yes.
did this for season 12.
Should have, but you know what? Better late than never.
Okay, let me just get your perspective of season 12. How did you feel about the season? Are you happy with the winner? Let me know.
Okay, so season 12. So I think it was a very interesting season. We had some very interesting characters. Aiden, Zane, Crystal Method. So that was interesting to say the least. I'm happy with the winner. I definitely wanted Jada Essence Hall to win.
Yep.
If it wasn't gonna be Jada, my second, you know what? All three were phenomenal. And I
That's
was
true.
kind of like, I don't know who's going. I didn't know who was going to take it at the end of the day, because I love Gigi Good. I love her fashion. I love it. And Crystal Method is just so different. She's just, she's very kooky, and her drag is just very out of the box. So
Yep.
I really love that too. But of course, our Black Queen won. I mean, are we
Period.
surprised?
Because at first I was like, yo, damn, Gigi got this.
I said the same thing. As soon as it started, I was like, Gigi's going all the way. I knew 100%. I knew. So, but I'm not really surprised with the end results though. No.
I'm not. And I think what really played a big part in Jada winning is Gigi's internet shenanigans. Like her being like apolitical and her just sounding very privileged online. So I think if we watched the show without social media, Gigi was going to win hands down.
Period.
But since Jada is just a better like spokesperson and representation of the show, and also she's older, so she knows who she is as a drag queen.
Yeah.
So I think she was just the better off winner. And plus, if it came down to a lip sync, Jada was going to win.
Oh, of course. I mean, we saw the 1 or 2 times that Gigi Good lip synced, and mama, it wasn't stunning. It was that one when she had the helmet on. I was like,
Widow ate her up.
Ate her up.
Because last year, I only remember the top 6.
And I can't even grab that from my brain right now. I really can't. All I can remember is that it was the 2. It was Monet Exchange and it was Trinity the Top. That's all.
I'm screaming. I'm talking about season 11, not All Star.
Wait, who was on season 11? Now I'm drawing a blank, really.
So here we are, All Stars 5. I guess we could just go down the list of the girls who walked in. So of course, Shea Coulee comes in looking stunning.
Fierce.
Stunning.
And
that's that.
Right. Are we surprised? have she ever given us anything else?
Right. And she's been anticipated to be on the show for like so long. So many people wanted her on All Stars again.
Yep.
So I'm happy to see her in that gown. I said a gown, like the little get up, the attire.
It was cute.
It was
cute.
Fierce.
Then she had her little bag to match. I was like,
right.
Okay.
So that was so good. Miss Cracker comes in, mint green.
I love Miss Cracker. I watch her little review with the Jew on YouTube. I love her. But yeah, the look was very cute. It was very Miss Cracker. Hair is always on point.
Yep.
The mug is always beat. And yeah, it was a cute number. It was cute.
Yep. Alexis Mateo comes in, and I absolutely adore Alexis Mateo. She is such a legend, such an icon, and she represents Puerto Rico like no other.
Right, the Puerto Rican princess, as she should.
Yes.
She looked stunning. It was a beautiful piece.
Yep, and she did make it to top 3 in season 3. And I just want to stress to the listeners out here, season 3 was hard as hell. So there's 3 season 3 queens on this season of All Stars, and that season was so difficult. It was like design challenges out the ass. Like so many talented, strong queens. Like, so Alexis Mateo making it to top 3 with Manila and Raja.
Oh, right. Okay, I see. Right. And especially since you're saying that there's 3 season queens back now, we already know that was the season to be on.
Oh my gosh. It was I can't stress how good. Next was Blair St Claire.
Now, okay, so one of the reviews that I was watching on the entrances, they compared when Blair came her first season to now.
Yep.
And she's a woman now. I mean, she was a little twink back then, and now, mama, she's a woman. So I think the look was cute. Her hair, she had like the wet look on her hair, and I think it was cute. It was very the time.
Yes, very much an evolution. Like, when we go into All Stars, this is what we want to see.
Exactly.
An evolution. And Blair, within the past 2 years, have grown so much. She has her album is good.
I saw from when during the extravaganza, I was like, okay, swing your ponytail, mama.
Yep. So love Blair St Claire. Excited to see what she has to bring. I think she's definitely a front runner. She's gonna be like an underdog for real.
Yeah, I think so.
Next is Mariah Balenciaga. Mug for days.
Yeah. Oh, of course. What did Mariah have on?
She had on this Barbarella jumpsuit. It was like is
that the thing with the white over the top?
White. Yep.
I hated that. I'm sorry. I hated it. First of all, I don't understand why the bodysuit was underneath, and it was like purple and blue, and then she had the thing on top. Like, if you're gonna wear the thing on top, it should have just been that.
Right.
The bodysuit underneath took away from it for sure. I didn't really care for the hair with it either.
I know, and it's so weird because her first entrance look, she was a woman. Like, she came in beat, ponytail, and she came in here, and I said, "What wig is that on top of her head?"
Exactly.
I was not here for that.
And I think that she was trying too hard to look like the queens of now compared to how she looked then, and it just didn't work. She should have brought the same type of drag that she did back then. You know, a beautiful gown, the ponytail slicked back. That was on point. Now, what she came in with, it was just very, it was a boot for me. It's a boot.
Period. I'm interested to see how Mariah is going to, like, how she's going to present herself on this season, because on season 3, when she was on there, she had a really horrible snatch game. Like, that snatch game was so fucking bad.
Yeah, I think I saw a clip from it, and it was very cringeworthy. It was bad.
So I hope they don't have another snatch game.
And if they do, hopefully she redeems herself from that last one.
Next is India Ferrah. Now, be honest. Do you know who India Ferrah is prior to this?
No. Prior to this, no. We're just going to be honest. Not a clue. They done went back to the damn woodwork to get her out. I'm like, who is this queen? Not a clue.
It made sense as to why they brought her back. But I was like, India Ferrah?
Right.
What? But I did like her mint moment, the old school on the back.
Yeah, I mean, at first I was kind of confused because she was like holding something up, and I was like, what was that? And then she just let her dress down. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, it wasn't like a reveal, but it was cute. I mean, I see mint is very in trend, I suppose. But it was cute. I mean, the back detail, it was cute. So
yeah, she had a very short run on season 3. But the thing about India is, like, you know how certain queens have like short runs, like Jasmine Masters. She was only there for like 2 episodes, but she's iconic. Vanjie.
Oh, I know why. I know why she's iconic.
Right. Vanjie had 1 episode, became iconic. India was one of those filler queens who you expected to go home because obviously there was better queens in the running.
Right.
But I do hope she turns it out for this season. I mean, based off this first episode, she did what she needed to do.
Right. So.
But India, I really hope she turns it out. I want her to be like the ones that sneak up on people and make it to top 3.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Next is Jujubee.
I love Miss Juju, but okay, if we're going to talk about the look, it was very grandmom drag. It was very, I got this dress from Macy's, and it just wasn't stunning to me. She looked gorgeous, but it was a very mall outfit. So.
Yeah, it does look like she works at somebody's corporation.
Yes.
In New York City.
Yes, very that.
And that's exactly what I was getting. I was getting owner of the mall for sure.
Yep.
So, but she looked great. The face was beat.
Oh, of course, nonetheless. But the outfit was just very okay. Well, I'm just gonna show you that I'm snatched, and that's it. Because the outfit was certainly nothing to write home about. So
Right. I'm gonna just go ahead and say this: Jujubee is my front runner. Every single lip sync that Jujubee has been in, she has won. She's been in 5 lip syncs on 2 other seasons.
Yep.
And she won every single lip sync that she was in. So I think if it comes down to a lip sync between these 10 girls, Jujubee is one of the girls to be scared of, because she's gonna read you for filth, and she's gonna out lip sync you for filth with no reveals. So she's
watch
one.
out for Jujubee.
Right. Next is Derrick Barry.
I'm sorry, but the Britney drag is very tired. Like it's tired. The suit was ill-fitting, for one. That's number one. 2, she had it's tired. I just don't understand. Yes, I understand that that's your drag, being a Britney impersonator.
Right.
But hang it up. Hang it up.
Well, the thing that got me was like, I want to show that I'm more than just Britney. Comes in
as Britney.
Comes in this Britney get up. I'm like,
what are you showing us other than Britney? She's like, I'm showing Derrick Barry.
So Derrick Barry's Britney?
It's Britney. That's all I'm getting. Because I don't understand.
My thing is, either you live in that and you just embrace the fact that you're a Britney Spears impersonator and you're just going to give us Britney, or you do like a Chad Michaels who could give you a share, but then bring it back and then give you Chad Michaels.
Right.
You just can't talk all this shit being like, I want to show that I'm more than just Britney, but then show us Britney.
Show us Britney, and that's all show us something else. Is there anything else?
She could have came in a gown.
She could have, certainly. And then, you know what, we're going to speak about it later once we really get into the episode, but yes, you look good as Britney, but being back on All Stars and showing us Britney again is just not for me.
Right. And I think the judges would have really appreciated if she would have done something other than.
Right.
So, I don't know. That Derrick Barry is such a hard nut to crack, I swear. But also, when she was on season 8, I think that was Bob's season or something. It was like the same shit. Like, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. And we're tired.
Hang it up.
Yep.
And we also find out that there is some beef between her and India, which we're going to get into later. Which
I'm like, the first episode already.
Well, I don't know if you've seen any of the interviews outside of the show. Monet, you know what Monet's Exchange show? So she had all the All-Star 5 queens on, and Derrick was reading India for filth. Reading India for, oh my gosh, Derrick Barry is so fucking funny. She is so funny.
I have to tune in. I haven't seen that episode. I do definitely watch the exchange rate, but I didn't see that one. So I'm going to have to get the tea on that.
It was funny as hell. Next is Mayhem Miller.
Okay, so I love Mayhem. We'll start with that. But apparently this has been floating around the internet that outfit is from Amazon.
Yes, and she stoned it.
So what do we think about that? I'm not going to say that she didn't look good. She looked good. But are we bringing Amazon drag to All Stars 5?
You know what? You know how they have like those little crafty challenges on the show? I think she was just being a crafty queen. And you know what? She got more bang for her buck, so I live for that. The only thing I didn't like was that damn wig.
Yeah, I didn't like the wig. I didn't like the wig at all. And like I said, it's not like she didn't look good, but I would have saved that for a challenge if you needed an outfit in a pinch, not your entrance look.
No, that's the lip sync for your legacy.
Right. Not your entrance.
Something comfortable for you. Something comfortable for you to wear as you lip sync.
Right.
That wig, I can't. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I didn't care for the wig at all.
I did not. And finally, the gag that everybody has been like expecting for 12 years at this point. Miss Ongina is here finally.
Finally.
From the first season of RuPaul's Drag Race when they had that stank ass Instagram filter on top of it.
Yes, we all know it.
I'm happy to see Ongina.
Me too. I'm glad that they brought somebody back from season 1 that has been gone for all this time. You know, hasn't come back on All Stars, hasn't been even how they bring girls back on newer seasons as like a special guest or whatever. She hasn't been on anything, so it's about time. And somebody was saying that was her same look from back then.
No, it wasn't. It's an elevator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They were saying that was her same look. And I'm like, well, if you can fit it 12 years later, then.
No, that'll be a gag if she came in with the same outfit.
That would really be a gag.
And said, hey, bitches, look, I can still wear the same shit that I wore 12 years ago.
Right.
That'll be a gag. But yeah.
That would be.
It's good to see Ongina because they really don't utilize season 1 queens as much as they should. I know they had BB on, but she already won.
And BB has like her own thing that's going on too, like Dragnificent. That's on TLC. So at least BB's still getting a coin somewhere somehow. And she was on Nubia.
Yep.
So it's good to see that they brought Ongina back after all this time since she hasn't really been getting a coin from the network. So
and also what is really a gag on this first season, there was this girl named Chanel. And they had Chanel on like the behind the scenes of the Celebrity Drag Race. They didn't show her on television. I was like, what was the point of you bringing back a season 1 queen just to be on the behind the scenes?
Right, behind the scenes.
But some tea is from that first season, I DM'd Akasha to come on the Devon Hour and I haven't got a response back. Akasha, can you please answer my DM?
Shady. Because, girl, we know you ain't really getting no coin how you used to. So you might as well give the Devon Hour some play. Maybe that'll boost your ratings.
Come on, Akasha.
Right.
So that's it for all the queens and the entrance looks. They all look good for the most part. Besides,
for the most part,
still can't stand that fucking wig that Mayhem had on.
Yeah, no.
So RuPaul comes out in this suit. The red, is it red?
I think so. Yeah.
It was a red number.
I think it was.
It was cute. Boy, RuPaul always looks good. Always
has a nice tailored suit on, even when they're in the crazy patterns and stuff. Always looks amazing. Always.
Of course, and he could afford it too, especially after all that fracking he's been doing.
Oh, the fracking. When I tell you that video takes me out every time. Ooh, every time.
Oh my gosh, Peppermint and Bob. They just need a show on their own.
I know, they really do. And they've been doing a couple YouTube things so far, talking about like all the racial injustice that's been going on.
Yeah, it's been good.
You know, I've been tuning in.
It's been real good. Shout out to Peppermint and
Shout out to Pep and Bob.
Pep needs to come on All Stars.
I know. That would be fierce.
And I think she'll win.
Oh yeah. I think so. Definitely a front runner. Definitely top 3.
Come on, Pep. All Stars 6.
Yep.
Okay, so RuPaul comes out and he tells everyone that the rules have changed.
What else is new? Every time you turn around, rules are changed. Drag Race rules are suspended until further notice. Mama, we know you make up the rules as you go. You don't got to tell us every damn time. Every time there's a new season and every time it's a new damn challenge, the rules have changed.
For the first time in Drag Race history.
Please. Every time you turn around, something has changed. Something is revoked. Suddenly we're doing this and not that. There's 2 All-Stars winners. Come on now. We know that there ain't no rules.
Right.
You make the rules as each season comes and goes.
Exactly. So what the tea is for this season is that they're going to be they didn't announce the lip sync assassin part in the beginning part, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think that was at the very beginning.
They just told them that there's going to be one winner, and then that one winner gets to choose. I
think they were saying that all the girls had to vote.
Yes, that's what they said. In the beginning,
in
the beginning, RuPaul said that they all get to choose who gets to go home and all this other shit, which I thought was a gag. I think they should have been doing that, to be honest.
Yeah, they should have been did it, if you ask me. It's about damn time.
Right.
Let the girls decide.
So that was interesting. The reading challenge happens. Ricky Martin's fine ass comes out, and
yes,
unfortunately, he's not. First off, RuPaul called for pit crew, and here comes Ricky Martin in his grandpa getup.
Like, is this new pit crew? Ricky Martin done dropped all the way down to the level of pit crew. I was shocked.
But I was more pissed off that he wasn't wearing like pit crew attire.
At least wear the pit crew attire if you're gonna come in.
Yeah, wear the damn Speedo.
Right, wear it. If you're gonna be pit crew, then wear what you need to wear.
Exactly. I was pissed. But either way, they were not going to give us that on primetime television.
Right, no, not on primetime television anyway.
Who do you think did good in the reading challenge?
Well, of course, Juju.
Yes.
Who else? I have to think what they were really saying because all of it was really a snooze fest. But
I think Blair did good.
She did. Blair did good. Wait, who was the one where nobody laughed at all? It was literally crickets.
Angina.
Right. And Shay said, "Is that a read?" And she was like, "Yes." That took me out. Like, girl, we know you haven't been here since season 1, but come on. Like, she literally was just stating facts. Like, it wasn't a read at all.
It wasn't. And what was really annoying is that Angina was obviously in her head immediately.
Right. Immediately.
I mean, I don't blame her, though, because she was on the first season of Drag Race.
Mm-hmm.
Drag Race, that first season, is a completely different competition.
Right. It has completely evolved since then.
Completely evolved. Mm-hmm. Like, the little looks that they were getting away with on that first season, if they came down on season 12 with that shit, they would have got red for filth.
Right. So I understand why she was in her head because she's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what these girls are going to be giving after all these years. So I understand why she had a hard time. So I'm not going to.
Also, you knew what you were signing up for.
Right. I'm not going to hold it against her like that because it's like, okay, girl, we're going to give you a little bit of time to redeem yourself. But this first episode, that's it. After that,
right,
you better get it together or you'll be on the chopping block.
Pick it up.
Yep.
So yeah, the reading challenge, Blair and Juju win,
of
course.
Of course.
I really don't remember what anybody else said, to be honest.
Like I said, it was a snooze fest.
I remember Mariah had the roses for Shay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which it wasn't a gag or anything. It was cute.
I was like, Mariah, did you just have that read waiting for?
Right. You had it waiting. Like the roses were sitting there waiting until it was your time.
Right, like, did you bring that in your suitcase, sis?
Right. So confused. You took up your space to pack those roses for the read challenge. I mean, come on, girl.
The producers
You could have just gave us a sickening read.
Right, the producers had to have done that.
Right, you had to have the theatrics to make the read memorable. So that's that on that.
I'm very confused about the flowers. So they're all de-dragging. Mm-hmm. And they're asking Derrick about the tea between him and India. Mm-hmm. At first, I really didn't understand like what the tea was because I was like, what? Right. And then Angina's little messy ass.
She said, "Let me hop in this real quick and let y'all know."
Right, ain't gonna go up to India and be like, "So what's the tea like? What?" Messy as hell.
Yup.
I said, oh no. So I guess based off what I gathered, especially when they got to like the little makeup section later as they were getting ready for the challenge. So what I gathered was, okay, so India says something about Derrick on stage.
So what I think it is that, because I was confused too, to be honest. I don't really know where it started, but I know that Derrick's boyfriend, Alaska,
yes,
apparently made a song or something that was in reference to India, saying negative things. I don't remember exactly what was said. But then they were saying, and then Derrick was like, well, that only happened after you called me a fat pig or something. And I'm like, what is happening in the first episode? So both of them clearly made shots at each other. And I think that that's just what the beef is. But I don't really know where it stemmed from. And I don't remember who started it, whether it was Derrick or India.
Yeah. I remember years ago, India did quit drag. Like, she quit drag.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For sure. And I remember that India released a statement about it, and she really was down on herself.
Yeah.
So I remember that being a part of it, and she did talk like hella shit about Drag Race. Like, she went in. So I think that was a part of Derrick's annoyance with India. Was like, you're back on Drag Race after you talked all this shit. I guess that was like the little scapegoat for it, but the real reason she was pissed was because India apparently said something. Right. Blah, blah, blah. Keep that shit at Vegas. I don't care about none of that.
Exactly. Nobody cares about that. Y'all already had to drag up the drama on the first episode. Y'all had to get them views. Y'all had to.
I live for it though.
Yeah. I mean, I live for the drama, of course. But it just seems stupid. Like, Alaska said something about India, and India said something about Derrick, and that's literally it. So, But we'll see later on in the episode. I know you know what I'm talking about.
But what I thought was like so interesting about all this, it was kind of like, oh, so this is why India's here.
Right. Y'all brought her back for the drama, because honestly, it wasn't for any other reason. After she already done said all this stuff about Drag Race and talked down on the network and talked down on Rupaul, and y'all wouldn't have brought her back any other time.
Because I was so confused. Because I was like, okay, I remember India was in that iconic lip sync with Mimi on first when she got fucking lifted over like a damn trash bag. So I was like, but that's not strong enough reason to bring
her back.
That's what you would bring Mimi on first back for, not India.
Right.
So I was so confused.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, but maybe they're just giving her a chance because, they just want to give some queens who never really had a chance. No, just for some bullshit drama with the girl that went home the first episode.
Right. They said Derrick Barry is back, and we know that they have drama, so let's just put them on the same season. That's all they said.
Yeah, they really dug deep for that Las
Vegas
team.
They did.
Because you could have brought back Nina Brown for all that bullshit.
Right.
Because her and Shay.
Oh, yeah. That would have been some good drama, too. They should have brought Nina back.
Yep. Something.
Right.
Charlie Hides, because that bitch.
Wait, Charlie? Oh, my God. Her old ass.
Talking about something. I sing. I don't lip sync.
I don't lip sync. I sing live.
Bitch, it's season 9.
She was sitting there just as old and decrepit on that stage. Mama, if you don't just do a little two-step or something. It was very stale. So they ain't bringing her back. Maybe they'll give her a behind-the-scenes moment. And that's it.
Right. Of course, every season is a talent show or a variety show. This year, it was like Work the World. So they get to have the chance to have like dancers with them, which I thought was like a nice added bonus to it. Because now it's like, really, this is what you're really going to be doing after the show.
Right.
So I thought that was a good little twist. So good on you, RuPaul. Keep on making up shit as you go. I love that.
Now, I was really surprised that was the first episode challenge, though. I would think that a challenge like that would be further along in the season, like a whole extravaganza, a whole thing like that. I wouldn't think that would be the first episode, but like Ru said.
They keep doing that every year, though. Like, the first episode is like a variety show, and I'm like, you could have saved that for another week, but...
Right. At least not the first episode, but I guess they said you're going to show us what you got right now, and then we'll move on. So
I hope one year that they switch it up, and then the first episode is like a design challenge where they have to create their own shit.
That's what I would think it would be, like more like a design challenge, or like sometimes when they do like the commercials or something like that. But I wouldn't think it would be this whole number, but we see.
There you go. But yeah, so the main challenge, we have all the judges there: Ross, Carson, Michelle. RuPaul looks good as hell.
As usual.
Well, not as usual. You saw that fucking season 12 reunion.
Yeah, you know what? I was so confused. I'm like, why did he have that wrestling mask on? Like, I understood they were supposed to be at home. But you could have just went with a regular face mask, like not that damn wrestling mask.
I was like, RuPaul, you could have at least put on one of those fucking suits, washed your face.
Right.
Like,
or just put on a hat or something, not that damn mask.
Because I'm confused, because I know RuPaul can't do her makeup anymore.
Right.
She can't. That's what she got Raven for.
Exactly.
And
maybe she decided I'm not about to call Raven up into my house.
Right.
So she just threw on that mask.
But you could have made boy RuPaul look good. Like, you could have wore like a nice little bedazzled rhinestone suit or some shit, but...
Right. I think that since they were saying it was like the stay-at-home version, it was supposed to be like sleepover drag. But where the hell are you wearing that wrestling mask to sleeping over?
Right.
What's going on at that sleepover?
I'll be pissed if I was Jada Essence Hall and I had to design my own shit for the finale. And here goes RuPaul in his damn Zorro mask. I'll be pissed as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, girl, if you don't cut the cameras, go put on a suit.
Right. At least put on a damn hat. We don't care about nothing that's going on below the neck. At least put a hat on and that's it. Because you know her hat, right? The hats be cute. Put a little turban on something. Not that damn mask. Not that mask.
But nonetheless, RuPaul looks good here on All Stars.
Mm-hmm. Here, right?
Refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
Very refreshing.
Right after that.
So, out of all of the performances, which ones were your favorite?
Okay, let me think. Did India Ferrah do the one where it was like the paint?
That was Mariah.
Okay, Mariah. That was I thought that was going to win. I thought that was going to be number one, in my opinion.
Because RuPaul was gagged.
Right. About the message and everything, I thought that was going to be number one. Who else? Shay on the stripper pole. I was like, that was cute. She wasn't really doing no moves or nothing, but it was a cute concept. Who else? Blair killed it singing.
Yeah. Jujubee killed it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. Jujubee really killed it. I think that was it, really. I mean, nothing else really stood out.
Right. For me, my faves were definitely Alexis Mateo and that number, that Puerto Rican number.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Alexis Mateo.
I love that so much. I was a big fan of India's. I thought India was good. Like, she gave us a full-on choreography, backflips, hairography. I thought she ate that shit right the fuck up. And I thought Jujubee did well, even though I'm kind of like, girl, did you lip sync? But
right, yeah. It did give me that she was lip syncing. I was like, okay, like it kind of took away from it a little bit, but
because I was like, these notes are a little bit too perfect.
Right. It was a nice performance, but it was like you were trying to convince us that it was live, girl. We know it wasn't, but okay.
Right. As far as least favorites go, I did not like Derrick's.
That was literally horrible. That was horrible. That was literally horrible. Not one impersonation I would have known if she didn't say the name. And then she was going so quick. It was like as soon as the line was out, she was on to the next person. Like it was like Speed Racer. It was no, it wasn't it for me.
I hated that.
It was horrible.
Very disappointed by Mayhem.
Yeah.
Because she started off strong. She started off with the eyes.
Right. The iconic eyes. But it was just it led up to nothing. Like, it was cute when she came out and she was in the throne and everything. But then it was like she wasn't lip syncing the whole time. Like, she didn't do every word or something.
She was mumbling.
Yeah.
I was like, bitch, what are you saying?
Right. Yeah, it was very disappointing.
Yeah.
The way that it started out, it could have been really good, but it kind of just went nowhere.
Yeah. With Shay's, I was like, I'm kind of disappointed in this. But we all know Shay is not necessarily the best lip syncer,
right,
or performer, which was very much apparent on her season. She's really good, but she's not like the best. She always like leaves me wanting more.
Yeah.
So I think what the hell is that?
What's going on over there?
That's I don't know what the hell that
All
is.
right. And then the knee pads took away from it. I think.
Yes,
Like, Mom,
yes,
you weren't even on the ground. Like, you weren't doing no crazy flips and tricks. She spun around maybe 3 times, and that was the end of it. So I
yes.
definitely don't think that she needed them knee pads on and all that. You
No,
would think that she was going to give us this whole show, and she barely did anything. I could hop my ass up on that pole and do her same routine.
right.
So yeah, it was a cute concept, but it didn't deliver.
I was very disappointed by Angina.
Yeah, because she seemed lost maybe 30 seconds after it started. It wasn't even like halfway through.
It was a strong entrance, and
Mm-hmm.
then when she did the second reveal, it was kind of like a deer headlight. She was like,
Right. Like, what do I do now?
let me just do a flip and turn and a kick.
Right. Right. Yeah. And then once we got to the third reveal, by then it was kind of like, okay,
Right.
we got it. And then it was like a little 2-step, a little cha-cha-cha. And then it was a very great entrance with the car and, the drag race theme and everything. That was very cute. But like I said, it went nowhere after that.
Did you see Miss Cracker's face looking at Angina?
Uh-huh.
Miss Cracker was like,
cracking up. She was like, what is going on, man?
oh, I didn't even talk about Miss Cracker. I don't know how she got up on the top because I liked it, but it wasn't the best for me.
Yeah, no, it was not the best for me. It was cute, the nods that she did to the whole pickle thing and everything, but it was not this stellar performance where I'm like, oh, that was one of the tops out of everybody else. No.
Mariah could have had her spot.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Which confused me. Like, I don't understand. After that, and y'all put Cracker there, it was favoritism.
Yeah. Right?
We're going to say it. Like, it was not stunning.
But also, at the same time, when it came to Mariah's, like, I low-key kind of didn't understand what was happening until she started, like, putting paint all over everything.
Right. And even at the end, I kind of was still like, what exactly was it about? Like, I understand that it was, like, injustice, but to who? I didn't really understand that. That wasn't clear.
But I just thought that since Rue was gagged, so, like, she gagged so hard, I was like,
I know.
So Mariah could have been up. And honestly, just to have Mariah up on the top, to be honest, would have been
right. Period.
So there's that. So the tops of this week are Alexis, India, Miss Cracker. The bottoms are Angina, Mayhem, and Derrick. I agree. Like I said,
well deserved.
Mariah could have been up on top over Cracker, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I love Cracker too, so it really don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
India wins challenge.
Mm-hmm. Which, do we agree with that? I think it was a very fierce performance, but I don't. But then it's like, who was on top of it? I don't really know. So
I guess
think
India could have.
Yeah, because Rue was gagged at that too. Like, the hair flipping and everything, they were gagged. So
I think Rue was
well deserved.
I think Rue was more gagged because she was like, I don't remember this bitch.
Right. She was like, oh, this is who this is. We've been saying her name this whole time, and I didn't know.
I know for a fact she had to tap on Michelle's shoulder like, Michelle, do you remember what season this bitch was on?
Right. And Michelle was like, no, ma'am.
She was like, the first one?
Right. And then I think that they really ate it up, like the Dragons Night contact sport thing. Like, they really ate that up. So.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what really made her win, because of course that's the only thing she was remembered for.
That's why Rue was like, oh.
Yup, that's why she was like, it finally went off. She's like, oh, okay. Because if that wasn't in it, she still would have been questioning, like, now where is this bitch from?
Rue don't know how to work no damn computer, so.
Right.
She would have never found out.
She ain't know.
So now they go backstage. I feel as though that they could have just incorporated Untucked into that. Like, I don't think Untucked needed to be a separate thing for this season.
I don't think so either, because it really wasn't even a long Untucked episode. So I think they definitely could have just included it.
Yeah. So they go back. So they go backstage, the Safe Queens, and they were talking about the Safe Queens, which are Shea Coulee, Blair, Mariah, and Jujubee. So yeah, so they were safe, and they were back there, and they were like really trying to understand like what they're going to do, because now they all get to vote as to like who goes home. And so they're talking about that fucking dumbass Blair. And Blair talking about some. Wait, so it's like, is there going to be like a poll or something? I'm looking. I'm like,
what are you talking about? And they were all looking like, we're not even going to entertain that. Like, what? It's not voting like that. Like, was she? I mean, I guess she doesn't know about All Stars. Like, she's only a damn day old. So I guess she don't really know. I don't know. I'm talking about, is there going to be a poll?
Tell you that Blair is literally the youngest by a landslide. Like, she's 24. And then after her is Shay, and Shay's 30.
Right.
So every single queen on the show is 30 years old except for Blair St Claire. So I know they're looking at her like.
Right. And she was like, clearly, they were like, clearly you don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, get this damn baby out of here. So they're discussing all that, blah, blah, blah. Don't really remember anything else that goes, oh, they're pleading their case.
Right.
To India.
Oh, and Mayhem, India was already talking about alliance.
Yes.
And I'm like.
So out of Angina, Mayhem, and Derrick, Angina is declared safe. And the bottom queens are Mayhem and Derrick. So with India winning and Mayhem and Derrick being in the bottom, I think we already knew how this shit was going to turn.
We already knew. I already knew 100%.
I don't know why India didn't just be like, well, bitch, well, you already know what it is, so there's no need for you to plead your fucking case.
Right. We already knew.
It was futile. It was like, Derrick, you're going home, sis.
Right. The drama already popped off at the beginning of the episode. I know you didn't think that with India being in charge of you staying or going, that there was any chance. And let alone with the other girls either, honestly. I mean, let's be honest. So, yeah, we knew. But we still let them plead their case anyway. Right. And I don't even remember what Derrick was saying, because it was a lost cause. So she probably was just saying, yeah, girl, I just think that I deserve to stay. And that was all, because she knew.
So Derrick was basically saying, like, oh, I deserve to stay because, I need to show more of myself, blase, blase. But, like, once again, you came in on that first in the first episode in Brittany. So
exactly.
I think we've seen already what we're going to see, and that's that. So it was futile. Mayhem, I don't understand why Mayhem was trying to create an alliance with India.
I don't understand that. I think India really presented it to her first, saying, now, if I'm in your position later down the line.
Mayhem said that.
Oh, Mayhem said that to India? It's definitely going to fall apart if they call themselves having an alliance. By next week, that's going already. So I just feel like either you stay or you go. Like, why are we, it's not RuPaul's Best Friends race, as we say every season. And it is what it is. Like, why are we trying to sit here and create an alliance? If what you did wasn't stunning and you're in the bottom, you're in the bottom. And it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't agree. Like, this isn't the type of show to have alliances on. Like, this is not Survivor. Like, this isn't like like you don't have an alliance on a show like this, because there's no point. Like, because they can't save you. I mean, I guess for All Stars, it's more of a chance for you to have an alliance, but the end of
I guess they could save them if they win the lip sync.
Yeah.
I guess it is, but then it's also like, if all the other girls voted against you, and if the queen who doesn't win the lip sync, it doesn't even really matter if you had an alliance, because she didn't win the lip sync. So
yeah, so I think alliance on this show is so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
and I don't think any queen should go along with that. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. So they all go back on the stage. They all cast their votes to go back on stage. And now they get to hear the other part of the twist. of this season, which is the lip sync assassin. So India is going to have to, as the winner of that week's challenge, is going to have to face a lip sync assassin, a previous queen. And if India wins, she gets to send home whoever. If the lip sync assassin wins, then that whoever the group voted for goes home.
Yep.
Also, if the winner of that week wins, they get $10,000. If they don't, the money just rolls over to the next week.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
I feel like it was like a lot, but it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
They really was like grabbing for straws for this season.
Yeah, they were. Tell. And also going back to when the queens were picking their lipsticks, Mayhem was the only one that voted for India.
Yeah.
When India was just sitting there talking about alliance with you.
Wait, Mayhem voted for India?
I think so, yes. One queen voted for India instead of Derrick, and I think it was Mayhem.
What?
Which is like, I'm almost 100% sure it was Mayhem. Because the way that she had like looked into the camera when she put it there, and I'm like, the shade already. Somebody voted for India, and I really think that it was Mayhem, but I might be wrong. And then when India casted her vote for Derrick, she was like, it's been a long time coming.
Right.
And I was gagged.
Yep. So they unveil the lip sync assassin, and it's none other than season 11 winner Yvie Oddly, who immediately as she walked out or as the thing rose, I was like, oh, India's fucked.
Right. I said the same thing because as many flips and tricks that Yvie Oddly can do, I knew 100. It didn't matter what song it was. Right, I knew Yvie was going to win.
That was so stupid. I said,
yeah.
Whoever is in the bottom and Yvie's there.
Right. It is what it is. Yvie is going to win, period.
Right. So I guess they kind of just did this for the first episode. They're like, okay, so this is what the format is. This is what you girls need to look out for.
Yeah.
Because Yvie.
It was clear.
And what is also funny is that none of the girls on this season are lip sync assassins except for Jujubee and Alexis Mateo. Mm-hmm. Those are only two lip sync assassins.
Right.
All the other girls are going to fail in comparison to whoever is up there with
especially against a lip sync assassin. Yeah, they're going to be, they're not going to be sent home, but they're definitely not going to win the lip sync for sure.
Right. Let's be honest. So, like Shay isn't known for any amazing lip syncs. Miss Cracker isn't. Blair isn't. Mariah is not.
Right.
India sure the fuck wasn't. Derrick Barry, hell no. Mayhem, no. Angina, no. So. Right.
So we only have 2 more episodes where it might be like, oh my God, like let's really see, Alexis Mateo, let's see.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So Yvie comes out, goes against India. It was a good lip sync from both of them.
It was a good lip sync. India definitely did what she had to do, but it was against Yvie Oddly. So, I mean, there was no chance. But she did good either way.
Yeah. The song was Living La Vida Loca, and you're going to bring out the craziest bitch in Drag Race history.
Yeah, right. So, it was clear. We knew. We knew even before that song. So,
yeah, Yvie came out. First off, my favorite was when she dipped her head back and the little extensions fell out.
I know. Yeah.
And the wig stayed on, but the hair fell out.
But the extensions came out. I said, all right.
Then she started doing some backflips and bending and contorting and breaking limbs and shit. I was like, yeah, India. India tried to do a little backflip. It was cute.
It was cute. And when she had like ran up and like slid right into Yvie, but it like looked perfect. That was cute. But you had already lost before that. So it was what it was at that point.
Yep. So Yvie wins the lip sync. India is just the winner of the week. She doesn't get no money. The money rolls over to next week. So whoever wins next week's challenge, if it is one of the girls, that means they get $20,000.
Yeah.
First off, who the fuck is budgeting this show?
Right. Confused.
They just be giving out money like it's nothing. Because first they had All Stars 4. They had 2 winners. So that was $200,000 right there. They just crowned another queen, Jada. And they were giving out $5,000 tips throughout that whole entire damn season. So I don't know what kind of coin VH1 has.
Right.
But if y'all niggas need an intern.
Right. Yup. Send it in. Send it in.
Period. So that happens. Evie announces who's going home. No surprise. Derrick Barry. Toodaloo.
Right. Good riddance. If you came and bought us, you know what? I can't even say if you came and bought us Derrick Barry, because clearly Derrick Barry is Britney. So if you would have gave us something else, maybe you could have, even if for your for the main challenge, if you would have gave us a stunning Britney performance, you probably wouldn't have been in the bottom. But you called yourself trying to do all this other stuff that didn't even work. You could have just give us a stunning Britney performance if you're gonna come in as Britney.
Well, what I will say is I think they set Derrick Barry up during that challenge because they know for a fact the only thing to really do is Britney damn Spears. VH1 was not paying for no Britney Spears songs for Derrick Barry to sing.
That's true. That's very true. They knew. And they knew that she was going to try to bring that. So I guess they said, let's make sure that we don't have to pay the royalties for this Britney song. And that was that. I mean, you should have gave us what you know how to give, and maybe you would have been safe. But
I'm trying to think of other ways Derrick could have like done something. Maybe if it was just like a Britney Spears. You know how Gigi Good did like that airline shit? What if like Derrick would have done like something similar? Because you remember like the Toxic music video?
Yes, that would have been cute.
And she could have just been like roasting people as like Britney Spears.
Something other than those impressions, girl, because it.
Or she could have like did like a lip sync. She could have came out as Britney and did like a tearaway to like something else, and then perform like a Rupaul song or some shit. Like
that would have anything but that. Because all I know is if she did that at like a club appearance, she would have got booed. People would have been walking out. Wouldn't be a tip in sight. So whatever you do, don't do that again. That was just pitiful. It was pitiful. Michelle was like, I maybe recognized 2 people out of 8? Like it was.
And what did somebody else say? Oh, Alexis during, I think, was it Untucked or something? She was like, oh, I thought you were doing Britney the whole entire time.
Right. And then somebody else co-signed, and I said, it was really pitiful. It was pitiful.
But either way, Derrick Barry's out. She packed her shit up. We saw her her 2 boyfriends in the Untucked. I was like, oh, this is cute.
Right. So is that what they're doing now? Like every queen that gets eliminated, are they going to have a little special video? Like,
I don't know. See, what was interesting was they haven't done Untucked for All Stars since season 1 of All Stars. So, like I said, they could have just incorporated all of this into like the actual show. Like, I really didn't care to have like a whole separate thing for it. But I guess they're going to be doing that if they don't get the chance to like show it because they go home too early or something, that they're just going to show it at the end.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing, but at this point, we just have to see what happens on the next episode, because who knows what's going on. Because then it's also like, why are you showing them a video as they leave? Right. So I guess maybe because Derrick didn't make it far enough, they just wanted to show her video. I don't know. Because the videos aren't usually until like the end.
Yeah, I don't know.
So who knows what's going on, honestly.
Like you said, RuPaul's making up this shit as he goes.
So who knows what's going to happen next episode. Next episode, they're going to say, you know what? Derrick Barry is back, and we're going to give her a second chance. You never know with this damn show.
You heard what she said, right? When she went home, she said, she said like something like, this is All Stars. You know I'm going to come back. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't be surprised, bitch, if you do.
Right. All I know is they better not pull what they pulled last season with having Dahlia Sim on every damn episode in the damn background. They better not pull that again. Not that I hated it, but okay, after the 3rd time, it was tired. Like, y'all have to incorporate her in every episode. Like, I know that people clearly like ate that up and thought it was so hilarious that y'all had to bring it back. But it would have been funny like one time and then again at the very end. Not every damn episode y'all finding some way to squeeze it in.
They gave Dahlia Sin more airtime than Sherry Pie.
Right. They should have just left her on the show at that point. Y'all done eliminated her on every episode. I said, So they better not try to pull that again.
Right. So that was the end of the first episode. What lip sync assassins do you think are going to come back?
I'm trying to think about some good lip sync assassin.
I think Cameron Michaels is for sure coming back.
Oh, of course, Cameron Michaels. Of course, she will definitely be back.
She won like 5 lip syncs.
Like 5. She will definitely be back. Who else? Who else has really killed lip syncs? I can't even really think.
Probably Nina Bonina.
Maybe.
Aja,
definitely.
Shangela or Bendela.
Oh yeah, and you know what? That was in my mind, but I'm like, was she? But that was definitely in my mind.
Bendela.
Yeah.
Probably Sasha Velour because she might whip out another reveal.
Right. Yup.
Hopefully it's against Shay. Hopefully the week Shay wins, Sasha's there to
that would be a gag. That would be a gag.
I hope they just have these girls ready to go. Like, whoever wins, we're going to send this bitch in.
Right. I would really love to see Monet Exchange, but she wasn't really like a great lip syncer. So
she was just funny. She was just funny.
But, you know, RuPaul would still bring her back to get a good laugh. So maybe. But I don't know. I think that's all I can really think of, honestly.
Probably Trinity K. Do you know Trinity K. Bonet?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess Trinity.
They're going to be really digging. Let's say if they do this.
They're going to be digging really.
Let's say if they do this next year, right? Like they do the same format for All-Star 6.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which queen they're going to come back to be an assassin because there's only a handful of queens that were really like lip sync assassins.
Right. And who was a lip sync assassin last season?
Heidi.
That's
Heidi
it.
lip sync 4 times. Jackie Cox.
I don't know if I would say she was an assassin though. Like she just did what she had to do in the lip sync.
Jada.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Jada. That's what I'm saying. Like they still only have this small little handful that is like actually good. So they're just gonna keep recycling these same queens. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
They're gonna see how it flops this season, and they're not gonna do it again. They're gonna see because it's only about 5 girls that we just named.
Yeah.
So by episode 6, they're gonna be digging in the crate. So we shall see. I think they might bring Shangela back. I think they might bring Shangela.
Maybe. But like I said, like they already have 2 of like the handful of lip sync assassins on the season, being Alexis Mateo and Jujubee. Mm-hmm. So who the fuck else they're gonna bring back?
Right. Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting. But yep, that was the first episode of All Stars 5. We're going to be doing this for the rest of the season. Don't know if we're going to be doing this for Canada's Drag Race.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Did that start already?
It starts in July.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll renew my subscription so I can watch.
Right, to WoW Presents?
Yeah. I sure as hell canceled her right after UK. I said, all right. I saw what I needed to see, and that's it.
Shit,
so we shall see.
I definitely illegally downloaded all of UK.
Period. That's what I should have did. And that damn WoW Presents Plus my damn coin.
How much was it?
I think it was like, I want to say maybe like only like $5 a month. If it was 10, I wasn't watching UK. I know that for certain. So I think it was only like 5. But I should have just watched it on YouTube because they was posting them right after. So I just wasted my damn coin. So we'll see what happens in July with Canada because I want to see that because Brooklyn Heights
is the host.
Is she the host?
Yes.
Oh, period. We definitely have to tune in then. I didn't know that.
And what's interesting about Canada's Drag Race is that they have They have a non-binary queen that's on there, which is lovely. They also have what is that Native American idea? It's called Two. It's like Two Story or some shit. Let me see. Let me Google this real quick, because I don't want to
Right.
have people read me for filth in the comments
Right.
talking about some Devin. You don't know what the fuck this is.
Right.
The 2 in LGB. Oh shit, LGBT. Oh, Two Spirit. There's a Two Spirit queen on there.
Okay. All right.
So I'm excited for that. I'm tired of Drag Race always being behind the curve, because in UK they had a bisexual queen, the first bisexual queen, being Scaredy Cat. Mm-hmm. Then in Thailand they have trans queens. They have everything.
Right. Yeah.
Canada's Drag Race is having two spirit queens, non-binary queens, all that, Indian queens, and then do you know what Dragula is?
I think I've heard of it.
So Dragula is on Netflix. It's by the Boulet brothers, and they do like spooky queens, but it's like it's Drag Race but with spooky queens, and they have women on the show.
Right.
So they have drag kings, they have drag queens, they have spooky queens, they have fashion queens, they have all that on Dragula, and I'm like, all these other variations of Drag Race is like bending the curve, and here goes the fucking American version, still calling people gentlemen and shit, when you had Gigi Good, who was a non-binary person on there.
Right. And then when Peppermint was on there, wasn't there controversy about that too?
Yep.
So it's they are very behind, I think, because it's all the other variations, like you said, is with the times, and then regular Drag Race is still like,
because it has me thinking, because when Gia Gunn was on there for All Stars 4, was RuPaul still saying, "Gentlemen, start your engines and let the best woman win"? Was she still saying that?
Yes, I think so. I think so.
Fucked.
Yeah,
that is fucked up.
Yeah. That's why people be giving RuPaul drag now, which sometimes it is well deserved, because it's just like, if we're going to be having this, if we're going to have this show and we're going to be showcasing all these things, then we need to showcase everything. We don't need to just be, under this specific bias to just like gay men. Like, there's so many other people that do drag too. So, and I definitely think that should shine a light on it. Just like how just on the recent episode, how they had like the drag super fans on there. And yes, they've had like women on Drag Race before, like come on for things like that, but I
never as contestants.
Right. So yeah.
So, yeah,
I think that they need to give it the times.
Yeah, and we're 12 seasons, almost 13 seasons at this point. Like, if America's Next Top Model could have men on there, Drag Race could have some fucking drag kings on there.
Exactly.
So that's how I feel about that.
Period.
So there you go. That's it for our review for the first episode of All Stars 5. Check us out next week. This is going to be uploaded every Monday. So every Monday is Drag Race. Every Friday is the regular Devin hour. So get prepared for that. Get prepared for me being absolutely fucking tired.
Yep. We already know.
But here we are. Alrighty. Thank you, Mace.
Thanks, everybody. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait. Let me stop the recording.